Hi everyone, I'm Diane G,
Uh-oh.
and I'm joined by my co-host, Diana Boles. Can you hear me, Diana?
I will leave and come back.
Okay, okay. But to the chatters, let me know if you can't hear me or if you can. And I want to say hi to the people who came in very early. Hi, Mere Dragon, you're very early. Kaylee Fogo Pogo, thank you so much for your well wishes. And Paul Freed, hi Paul. Hi Nancy. Hi Stardust 315. And D Painless is also here. Hi D Painless. Hello Nadia, Warrior Widow. Mm, okay. Hi, Cassie Reiki. Hi, Brenda Lucas. Hi, Tina Bobina. Hi, Old Wind Walker. And Red Dragon. Hi, Kim. Thank you so much, Cassie Reiki, for letting me know that the. Yeah. I don't know. Have I been replaced by someone, Kaylee? It's been a crazy week. Let I'll just leave it at that. Hi, Missy. So, um, yay, welcome
I
back. Can you
like
hear
it
me now,
here.
Diana?
Isn't that funny
Yay.
how that happens?
Yeah, it happened the last show that we did as well. And if you're watching this and you haven't seen it yet, I got exposed by Diana. She read my birth chart for a show last Sunday. It was amazing. So if you haven't seen that yet, check out the replays. They're both on our channel. So yeah, please do that. We're going to do a part two on that since we covered just a small bit of my birth chart. So it's going to be interesting.
Right?
Um,
It,
yeah.
it could probably even use a part three because if you think about how many star systems are out there.
And guys, if you don't know what this show is about, this is a show where we do Akashic Records readings, but we focus on your galactic past lives, your starseed past lives. So we're not focusing on your Earth past lives. How it works is that we're going to draw for readings for today. And if you're interested in getting a reading, please type in hashtag starseed and we'll randomly draw through the flying fickle finger of fate. Okay. Kaylee is saying, I feel like your ET aspect is more prominent today. Just the feeling that I'm getting. It's not just the feeling, Kaylee. I mean, my hair has been messy, and I was just telling Diana a while ago. It's our Hadarian aspect that's showing.
That's
We
right.
both had past lifetimes in Beta Centauri, also known as Hadar. So we're both Hadarians. One of the traits of Hadarians is having like big puffy hairs, which Diana and I both have. So maybe that's what Kaylee is seeing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And Tina Bobina is saying, that was a great show. Thank you so much for being there, Tina. It
Yeah.
was different. It was a different format. So, yeah, it went well. Thank you so much, Diana, for being there.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to have made it. Believe me. You light
Oh,
the
oh,
candle,
Aaron O'Nugent is also here. Hi, Aaron.
shake a
And
spirit. Come on.
Polly is also here. Hi, Polly.
Hey.
Shining Love Light Truth, Diane is currently not simulcasting. Yeah, there was some miscommunication from my end, and I apologize for that, Diana.
Oh,
Thank you so much for again being here.
yeah. This one goes. Oh,
Okay. So when your name is drawn later, please be sure to enter your question. So if you don't have a question right now, think of it. You can type it in and just hit send when your name is called.
mhm.
Some of the things that you can ask about your galactic past lives, maybe a connection to a certain star system that you feel drawn to, a past life in that star system, or maybe your star system of origin. And just to be clear, when we say star seed, it's not limited to just one star system. Many of us have had many lifetimes across our galaxy, sometimes even in another galaxy. So if you feel drawn to something that's, more than one star system, that's possible and that's okay. That's pretty usual. So you can ask about different ones. Oh, Tina Bobina is interested in astrology. Uh, She's saying, I've
Okay.
been trying to decipher my own birth chart. Also learned about the Vedic parts. Cool.
Yeah, astrology is it's an amazing tool, that's for certain. You know, everybody's we all have the sense of free will. And so it's intuitive astrology when it comes to using it as a reading. But it is about understanding the energy that we are in and making decisions based on that energy and how it's making you feel. So, predictive, sure, but you have the free will to do or don't.
That's what a lot of people don't understand, I think, about astrology.
Yeah.
It's not fixed. Like you still have free will.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time for us to draw for readings.
Okay.
Okay. Again, when your name is drawn, please type your question in. I'll draw for 4 people.
Okay.
Shining Love Light Truth, congratulations, and please type in your question. Jazz C2E2P. Jazz, congratulations, and please type in your question. Oh, Erin. Barb, congratulations, Barb, and please type in your question. Last for this round. Oh, I won. I'm very lucky. I keep getting
I read you
drawn.
last week.
Yeah. Bernadette is here. Congratulations, Bernadette. And please type in your question. So again, that's Shining Love Light Truth, Jazz, Bernadette, and Barb P. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know Shining Love Light Truth. You just said it. I always win. And hello, Tasujimoto. First time seeing you here. Hello and welcome. Tina is saying, so not rigged. I know, right?
Tina Bobina. This is so funny. I used to do daycare in my home. And one of the little kids that I took care of, her name was Christina. And when she was really little, she couldn't say my name, and it was always coming out, Danana, Danana. So I started calling her Tina Bobina. And then as she got older, she wanted to be called Nina. So she was then Nina Bonina. Nina Bonina.
Oh, Tina is saying, that's my name, Christina.
All right. Did you grow up there? No, I would recognize you. I'm still in touch with her.
Okay, we have the question from Bernadette this year, so we're still waiting for Barb P, Shining Love Light Truth, and Jazz's question. Scroll up. Okay, I see your question, Shining Love Light Truth. So just Jazz and Barb P. Okay, got your question, Barb? Oh, it's not a question. We're not doing readings, Barb. We're doing Galactic Akashic Records. But we can tweak your question because um, your question is a reading of what you need to know the most for the month of May. But maybe we can tweak this for a past life where there's a lesson that you learned that you can apply to the month of May. Is that
Yeah.
okay, Diana?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, shall I do the incantation
Oh
while we're
yes, please. Let's open the records. Oh, hello, Akila.
so? All right, let's begin with 3 deep breaths to clear all of our energy. We are surrounded by divine white light and divine grace of Source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us as we create a sacred space and call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic record masters. Assist us now as we bathe in the grace and the highest truth, the highest frequency and vibration of light and love. Allow us to receive, excuse me, what is needed for our greater good and the greatest healing and the greatest of these for all humanity. Blue Star Sun, we ask for guiding light from you to aid our ability to see, read, and heal what the records hold for us. The records are now open.
Yay. Okay. I'm still waiting for a question from Jazz, but we can start with Bernadette this year's question, if you'll take
Okay.
it, Diana.
All right, sure.
Okay. Messages. Okay. This isn't an Akashic Records question as well, Bernadette, because she's asking what messages does my mermaid family have for me? But
Let's
Diana, up
see.
to you.
Huh. Um, what is the sense of abandonment that you are feeling so greatly? They want you to know you have not been abandoned by that, by them, by your earlier beginning with the whales and the dolphins. There's a sense that you have forgotten how to mirror the happy feelings that are within you and bring those to the surface of your looking glass, of your pearls, of wisdom. And do not be afraid to leap for that dragonfly. Jump out of the water and catch the dragonfly and have the conversation with the dragonfly. When you are a selkie and you are on the shore, the conversation can continue with the other humans that surround you. And that mirror comes out to use then in your silky skin when you drop your mermaid persona. That wisdom stays with you. Do not be afraid to show it. So I hope that helps you.
That's a beautiful message, Diana, for Bernadette. Um, we've been having questions in the chat, like where do mermaids come from?
Where do
And Yeah, because there are some mermaids I've seen in Series B. There were also some in Hadar, which is Beta Centauri. But there might be more. People are saying Mintaka as well. There are mermaids from there. But in this case, I believe Bernadette's family is from Beta Centauri. How about you, Diana? What are you picking up on?
The same thing. And what's the other star system that is the water?
Mintaka in Orion?
Yes, thank you. Mintaka.
Yeah, yeah,
Mintaka.
yeah, yeah. I think Bernadette has had many lifetimes as a mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
think,
the Selkie. I mean, the the seal, the animals, the mammals that are partially amphibious as well. Like the seal comes on shore and drops the silky skin and becomes the earthling, and then
yes.
goes back in. Right.
Yeah. When
So
I was tapping in, I saw Bernadette like sitting on top of a rock, like just looking out.
yep,
So yeah, I believe so too. Like she goes out of the water like an amphibian, and
yep.
then goes back in. Okay. The Bernadette is saying, I went to an aqua world. It's beautiful. Mermaids were feared and possibly still feared. Yes. We tend to fear things that we don't understand.
It's the scream, that banshee scream that they have, that is the siren on the shore. And the fear is that the ancient tale of the sailors listening to that and being so mesmerized by it that they run amok and wreck the boat on the reef and the shore and all of the rocks that are there. But yes, but it is the pure what is in their heart. If their heart is not pure, that's the thing that's going to happen. If they are of pure heart, it'll be a different experience altogether. So
Yeah, I believe so too. Thank you so much, Diana, and thank you, Bernadette, for your question. And we hope that helps.
okay.
Okay, next up is Shining Love Light Truth, who is asking, I know once you mentioned a life on Venus once before. I would love to know my origin, please. Okay. Where is Shining Love Light Truth's origin? Please, Masters, can you show me, please? Where is it? Where in Orion? In the Belt Stars? Rigel? Bellatrix. Bellatrix. That was her first lifetime. Is that correct? Okay. So, Shining Love Light Truth, your origin that I'm picking up on is actually in Orion. Orion is a constellation with many star systems, but in particular, your very first physical incarnation I'm picking up on is Bellatrix. And it's one of the outside stars. And what I mean by outside is that it's not part of the belt stars. The most peaceful part of Orion is the belt stars, the three stars, Mintaka, Alnilam, and Alnitak. But unfortunately, you weren't there. And one of the things that Orion is very well known for is the chaos and the war that happened there. Um, and I think since you were outside, you were involved in the war. I'm going to see like how you were involved. Okay, was she a reptilian during that time? Okay, you were she was born next. Was she a hybrid? Really? Draconian origin or gray? Gray hybrid? Was she a gray hybrid? Okay, so she was part of the Empire. This is quite unique, Shining Love Light Truth. Usually when I check Orion starseeds, they are from like Lyran origin who just, went there. But in your case, you were actually descended from reptilians. I'm picking up on a hybrid between gray aliens and draconians. But you're not from Draco itself. You started in Orion. Okay, how can you show me the very first life? I'm seeing you carrying arms. You were part of the Draconian Empire, Charlotte.
Drake.
And I keep hearing it was the only thing that she knew. That was your first life, so you didn't know anything else. You didn't know peace. You were raised to be a soldier at that time. You were taught to fight. So during your first life, that was how you lived. But over time, you grew uncomfortable of the situation. You started to see things that were unjust, and it made you feel uncomfortable. You saw the different treatments, between your people, the reptilians, and the others, the slaves. And you didn't understand why they had to go through that, and you didn't. Because you were very young. You were a very young soul back then. Had many or had very few lifetimes. So yeah, you didn't understand. It was a hard life for you. Not in the sense that you were suffering physically, but it was more like your conscience. You had a conscience. Not every reptilian or every draconian is evil or bad. That's what I've seen in the records. And they're showing me, you started that way. You started in the empire, but you had a conscience. You questioned the things that you saw. You still followed because that's what you know. If you defied orders, they are going to harm you. So you didn't. But yeah, that was a struggle for you to shift from light to dark. I think it's one of the struggles that you still have right now, Charlotte. You're still drawn to dark from time to time. And it's a challenge that you have to choose between the light and dark, is how they're showing me. You need to choose every time, or a lot of times, even here on Earth, what you're going to do. Because in that very first lifetime, you couldn't do anything out of fear that you will be punished. But right now, you're not in shackles anymore. You're not. Oh, tell me you're more free this time around. And so you have the freedom to choose. It's up to you whether you will choose wisely, is what I'm hearing. But I hope that helps, Charlotte. And thank you so much for letting us do this reading for you. Do you have anything to add to that, Diana? That was very interesting.
Well, the light language is coming back to me, and I'm being flooded with it at times. As you said, just before you said you were a soldier, I see her in those big, if you think back to Aliens, kind of those, it's a body driven armor. Okay. And it's something like that, but it is, you are free moving outside of it. It's not, but your armor is that thick. So you are wearing this big piece of equipment that makes you seem even larger than you already were. And that was the image that I got. Like the shoes were similar to being a clawed shoe. It gives you that dinosaur effect, right? So I was on the same page with what you had said, but it's just interesting that I had gotten that image just as you said it. It was in my mind. So,
Yeah. So like a big bulky armor.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Diane. And thank you so much, Charlotte, for your question. And next up, we have Jazz for you, Diana.
Hello, Jazz. Would like to know about my origin and spiritual evolution. This lifetime, I feel very detached. Well, first of all, you are the missing link. And since you are the missing link, this is where your detachment is coming in. This is your earthling past. Now, let me see if I can see. You too have this Orion battle and part of the belt. Oh, you can't see the star. And you have this deep connection to Orion right now. And because you have a past life and then going back to Orion and then came back to Earth, this first past life as an earthling, this is the one that is making you feel so detached because you are the missing link between both, between your star family that did come here with you at the destruction of Orion. In that past life where you are feeling like the missing link, you were Asasani. And the Asasani, you know, you left home up there, came down here, went back up there, came down here, and you have lost track of some of your family members. And how do you connect those while you're here? So, feeling detached from that, I suggest meditation on Orion, the whole figure of Orion, not just the belt itself, but the whole figure of Orion. The parallel life with as an Essassani, I think that your first trip here, that's where you came from the planet that Essassani arrives from. And that I see you having been in Sumeria at the time on Chariots of the Gods. So you were bringing this knowledge to the earthlings. Then you became one. You stayed here with your next star being was an earthling, and then back again. I hope that is helping, and I hope that it makes some sense to you that it was a back and forth thing. And because you've done it so many times. Many times. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that helps, Jazz. And thank you so much for letting us read for you. And I was also picking up the same thing that she was
Okay.
from Orion, from one of the belt stars. I think it's called Alnitak, where Jazz is from.
Yeah, I don't know all the belt stars very well, you know.
But yeah, Jazz
Or I
would like to
do, I
Google
just
that.
can't retain anything right now. Or very,
It's all coming back, Diana. Don't
yeah,
worry.
it is. Slow. Well, and because my light language is returning, it's been a long journey since I've been able to use it. And the last time I used it, I was about 24 years old. So yeah, I spoke very fluently up until that point, and an extremely emotional event occurred, and I spoke it that night very, very, very well and very loud, but I haven't been able to speak it since. But it's
It's
returning. So
coming back.
please bear with me.
That's amazing. I think that's amazing, Diana.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Jazz, Sirius B is not part of the Orion spell. You were from Alnitak. I typed it in the chat so you know how it's spelled if you in case you'd like to Google it. Sirius B is in its own constellation in
Yeah.
Canis Major.
And it's the dog. It's
Yes.
Orion's dog.
So it's kind of connected still.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jazz.
Well,
And next for
I'm-
this round,
hi, Barb. I had a
Barb.
question and forgot it. Just a reading of what I need to know most for the month
For
of
the
May.
month of May. I think this one's mine, Diana.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Go for it, please.
She was asking for what she needs to know for the month of May, but we agreed to look for a past life, a galactic past lifetime that would be helpful for her. Which lessons might be helpful for her for the month of May? Matron, could you please show me? I'm seeing Vega. Just going to confirm if this is Vega. Okay. They're confirming that what they're showing me is in Vega. I say Vega because if you know the movie Avatar, where you know the blue skinned people with the very interesting plants, Vega looked a lot like that, Barb. So if you want to know what Vega looks like, see the movie. I'm not getting paid to advertise this, but it's just very interesting how similar they are. I think it's inspired by by Lyra and Vega. But they're showing me the plants there. They were huge. They're very colorful. Okay, how is this going to be helpful for Barb, please? I'm seeing what looks like a tribe because there's a group of people gathering in front of like a fire, and they were eating together and laughing together. Okay, which one of them is Barb? Okay, you were male in that lifetime that you had in Vega, Barb. Blue skin, very tall, with very long hair, and you had a lot of accessories, like a lot of necklaces and bangles on your hand. A lot of Vega people express their creativity through wearing jewelry, and you were one of those people. You had your hair in what looks like dreadlocks, but what really comes out of the vision is your sense of community during that time. You didn't think like in a self-centered way in your culture. You valued camaraderie and teamwork. And they're telling me this is going to help you in May. I don't know what kind of challenges you're getting right now, or you're going through right now, Bar. But they're telling me community, your sense of community is going to help you. It might be in a way that you're going to be helped by the community, or you're going to help other people from the community. But they're telling me, and I'm hearing, connect with your community. That's how it's going to help you get through May. But I hope so. I hope that helps, Barb. And thank you for letting us read for you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time for us to draw for another set of readings. So if you haven't done it yet, please type in hashtag Starseed. We are going to draw for 4 more. Okay. Again, it's hashtag Starseed. I know that there are people who came in a bit late. So if you haven't done it yet, this is the hashtag Starseed, and hello, Cheryl. When your name is called, please make sure that you type your question. You can type it in right now, and when your name is called, just hit the enter. Barb says that's interesting because I've been told blue angels are around me. Thank you. You had blue skin on that lifetime. Okay. People are still entering the hashtag, so let's wait for a bit. Let's go. Cassie Reiki, congratulations, and please type in your question. Stardust 315, congratulations, and please type in your question. Brenda Lucas. Brenda, congratulations, and please type in your question. And last for this round. Polly, A719. Congratulations, Polly, and please type in your question. Okay, again, that's Cassie Reiki, Stardust, Brenda Lucas, and Polly. So we have questions from Cassie Reiki, Brenda, and Stardust. We're still waiting for Polly. Okay. While waiting for Polly, we can answer the first question. Diana, this is for you from Cassie Reiki.
Hi, Cassie. Can you tell me about a galactic lifetime I shared with my husband and what our soul contract is? Thank you. What is the soul contract? I'm seeing that it is in Zeta Reticuli, and you started out as friends there. It was a returning the favor sort of a relationship. You had been friends since you were little kids, and as you first left the planet, you had gotten separated. When you both spent your first lifetime here, you did not find each other. You were in a place of self-observance. So let me say that in your first trip here, they're showing me that you were a nun. You were a female and that you were a nun. You were in a religious order. I'm seeing the habit of a Carmelite in the 1300s, 1400s. So what they would have been wearing back in those times. And it gave you an extra strong faith in that you were able to connect with the comfort of the future, that you needed to have this reprieve in that lifetime, that the that you were involved in, or not involved, but affected by an explosion where the two of you were working together in a plant on Zeta Reticuli. That it involved some sort of a battle, but the place that you were working, you weren't soldiers, you weren't part of the fight, you were part of the tragedy, part of the what do they call that? I can't think of what we Earthlings use the term. I'm hearing bushta, bushta. You were part of the bushta. But somehow, while you were here separated, you found a way with this to return. There was this open contact between the two of you. So your husband remembered then, and was a male in that lifetime, and you remembered, and there was this connection. I'm not reading him, except that there was probably a religious connection to him. It was your bishop or something to that effect, that he was involved in those early days of convents. 1400s, the Middle Ages, 1300s. And because you had that contact through your faith, you were able to find each other again for this lifetime. And wed you are. So I hope that helped. Bushta, what does that mean? Collateral damage. Bushta. So I hope that helps. Yes, Cassie, there you go.
I think it's amazing and beautiful how we find each other, even after, millions of Earth years.
Yes, definitely.
So thank you so much, Cassie Reiki. And next person we're reading for is Brenda Lucas, who's asking, I would like my origin and evolution. So, Brenda, evolution might be tricky for mini readings since, as I've mentioned, we've been to many star systems. So, just the small bit is not going to be able to cover it. But we are available for private readings, both me and Diana. So, if you're interested in that, just let me know. Email me. The details are in the description. But I'm going to check for your origin. Oh, Arcturus. I was supposed to use my pendulum, but I heard Arcturus. So Brenda, your origin is from Arcturus. It's in the Bootes constellation or Boots constellation. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's there.
Many
Ar-
different ways.
yeah. I'm just going to type it in the chat. Booties or Boots. There we go. It's spelled this way. So you're from there. Many people that I read for have, blue skinned, were blue skinned Arcturians. There were also green skinned, so like tall greens and small greens, tall blues and small blues. Those can be Arcturians. I'm going to see what kind of lifetime you had there. She was a blue Arcturian. I'm seeing male. Okay. You were male in that lifetime, Brenda. You're doing something, but I am still trying to figure out what it is. Trying to put it in Earth terms. Okay, I'm hearing power. Your work in Arcturus had something to do with power, and it's different from the power that we have right now. I mean, in terms of electricity, because I'm seeing crystals. You work with crystals in your lifetime in Arcturus. In Arcturus, that's how you generated like power. There is an order in things, is what the Akashic Records masters are telling me. Oh, okay. They're talking about the crystals. You understood what kind of order it is. I don't know if you're familiar with Nancy Jean. She works a lot with crystals and crystal grids, but she knows the order of how to put the crystal grids together. You also have that talent, Brenda. I can't figure out how it works. I don't think I have the talent for that. But I mean, I use crystals, but you specifically, you knew how to arrange them in a way that it works. That's part of your soul gift, is what they're telling me. And it's not just something that you have for crystals. Right now, I'm hearing you're an alchemist. So part of your mission is creating things here on Earth, new things that will help advance humanity technologically. And I'm asking, like, how are you doing that right now? Do you work with any electronics, Brenda, or in that industry? Because I'm hearing like technology, but they're not showing me things. Brenda is asking, so what did I look like? You look blue, tall blue, you were wearing white robes, is what they showed me. And you work mainly in Arcturus. Some Arcturians actually go to different star star systems to work with their grids there. But I'm seeing you just focused on Arcturus. You didn't travel a lot, at least during that first lifetime that you had. What's interesting about Arcturians is that they have this certain look when they incarnate on Earth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you know Dr. Gale, she's like textbook Arcturian. Black hair, very fair skin, dark eyes. Another person who looks very Arcturian is Viviane Chauvet. I not. I'm just going to type it in because I might be butchering her name. Vivian Chauvet.
Chauvet.
Yeah,
Vivian. Vivian.
Vivian Chauvet.
Yeah.
Brenda is saying very interesting. I just use my phone and computer. There are like when you worked in a technologically advanced star system like Arcturus, there are two ways this can go, Brenda. First is that you're really good at technology, and the second way this can go is that you think Earth technology is so primitive that you don't even bother with it. So you might be really good at it or really bad at it. It doesn't mean that you're bad in general in technology. It's just you can't be bothered with Earth technology because it's really primitive. Like who uses gasoline in the other star systems? It's weird once you learn about different star systems. But it's very interesting. Yes, I hope that helps, Brenda. At least this can jumpstart your learning about your of origin.
If you want, if you look up Todd Rundgren or Tom Petty, those are two rock stars whose names are very well known, especially in their younger days. That's what an Arcturian looks like, only with blue skin. And the dogs agree.
Yeah. So I hope that helps, Brenda. And thank you so much for letting us read for you. Okay. This is a question from Stardust 315.
Hello, Star. I would like to go, excuse me, to my origin star as it pertains to where I was at pre-birth, this time at and incarnation there. So you want to go back there for your next lifetime? Is that what you're trying to say?
Or maybe they're asking how their origin star system is affecting them right now. Stardust, let us know if we understand your question correctly. Can you clarify? What do you mean by this? Oh, okay.
Just prior to coming here. Okay. Okay. You're from Andromeda. And that fluidity brought you here. It was this ability with the mental transformation to be here. So many of us are from Andromeda, and it is such a community oriented life there. So you had the mental transformation through the fluidity because you understood that there is an equal value of the philosophy there and what you try to live here. And that many people on this planet are very open to that, living together, communing with each other, understanding the human nature and what it is to be a humanitarian and how to work in colonies like ants and bees and wasps and all of that. So that is basically where you came from. Were you getting anything else on that?
When you mentioned like the wasps, I was hearing mantids. I don't know if she had a lifetime in as a mantid, so I'm just checking. Okay, did Stardust have a? I'm going to show you my pendulum. Did
Yeah,
Stardust have a past lifetime as a mantid being?
mantis.
Yeah, and I'm getting a yes on this. You were like a mantid being, or beings who have mantis form. That's who you were in Andromeda Stardust. And they're very, I love them. I love them so much. They're very wise and high vibrational beings. A lot of them help us here right now as our guides. So yeah, if you came from there and you were a mantis, that's just mind blowing, amazing. Stardust. Oh, thank you so much, Annie Bear, for posting the links.
Hi, Annie.
But yeah, I hope that helps Stardust, and
Yeah.
thank you for letting us read for you.
I wonder what Grizzly has out there. He is sparking up a storm.
He is. Okay, I didn't see Polly. We were waiting for Polly, so we can draw for. Do we have time for two more, Diana?
Sure.
Okay, let's draw for two more, and that will be the end for this episode. Hi, Janet. Judith Albay. Judith, congratulations, and please type in your question. Last for this round in this episode. Warrior Widow. Nadia, are you still here? Please type in your question. So again, that's Judith Albay and Warrior Widow. Okay, Nadia is here. Okay, Nadia, please type in your question. And Judith Albay. So while we're waiting for them to type in their question, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, Doing that really helps the channels out. Diana's links are in the description. So if you haven't subscribed to her yet, please do so. She's an amazing, amazing reader. Okay.
I'm shy.
What? No, plus you have all this talents.
Oh,
Like
thank.
you do so much, and you're just like the definition of Wonder Woman in our community, Diane.
Well, that just happens to be kind of funny because my name is Diana
Yeah.
and my birthday is June 9th, just like hers.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that Wonder Woman's birthday was June 9th.
Now, I found a record of that. Yeah. When the second movie came out, um, I went on this quest to understand better the origin because I know my mother was into Wonder Woman. She read the comic books, before I did because I
Yeah.
think Wonder Woman was modeled after the artist, the illustrator, writer, his aunt, and she was a Wonder Woman, and that was actually her birthday.
Amazing. Were you named after Wonder Woman? Or
Well,
was it a coincidence?
let me say this: it's a possibility because the era in which I was born,
Mhm.
1949,
We didn't quite catch
is
that.
right. It was a very popular name because of the comic book. But the
Oh,
day I'm born is also the feast of Saint Diana in the Catholic Church. Now, this is the strangest part. Saint Diana was a martyr. She and her sister were both martyred because they wouldn't give up their virginity and they were killed. Okay, so they were considered martyred. And because of that, the nuns always said, "There's no Saint Diana. You have to choose Saint Anne as your patron saint. There's no Diana to pray to." And then I was reading a book, uh, not Immaculata. Oh, it's a monthly publication, and it is all about Catholicism and the saints. And it was in that book, and it was because it was the month of June. It was everybody's saint for each day. It was published in there, and there she was, Saint Diana, and whatever her sister's name is. I apologize, I can't think of it. Obviously, that's not where I came from. But I'm just saying. So, because my mom was psychic, I'm not exactly sure which one she named me after.
maybe it's both. And
Maybe,
everything just fit.
and it just all fit exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, we have questions from Judith Albay and from Nadia, Warrior Widow.
Okay.
So, first person is, I think this is for me. Do I have past lives with my husband? Yes. Without even checking into the records, my answer is yes. If they are your like special someone, husband or wife, spouse, or even boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, um, very much so likely they had past lifetimes with you. We kind of incarnate together several lifetimes, and they show up in our lives over and over. Although they might not be in the same role, they might be in a different role, like a son or a friend, a best friend, a neighbor, a teacher. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, I actually did a Soul Cloud episode on that about roles um, that people take up when they incarnate with you together. So, okay, I'm just going to see what kind of past lifetimes that you had with your husband in other star races or in other star systems. Can you show me where? You had a past lifetime in Pleiades together, Judith. But what's interesting is that you weren't Pleiadian. You weren't Pleiadian during that time, but you met together in Pleiades. Okay, I'm going to check what star race you were from. You were actually Syrian, Judith. From Sirius C. But you went to Pleiades in Alcyone. It's like the seat of the government of Pleiades. You were sent there as a representative, and that's where you met your husband. You were part of the of a council of some sort. Is what they're showing me. You were a representative of Sirius, and he was a representative of something else. Not even okay. They're telling me Pleiades, but not from the same star system. I'm hearing Taigata. He was a representative of Taigata, and you met there. Okay. He was a techno buff. That's the word that they're telling me. He was very technologically minded, more inclined with the divine masculine than most. You were the opposite. You were the divine feminine, the soft soul. Okay, during that time, you worked together on a project. There were some smaller planets that needed your help, needed your protection. So you worked there together. That's how you first started to get to know each other. Do you and your husband like clash in opinions? Because that's what I was seeing. Because of those differences, initially you would clash opinions. Oh, Judith is saying he's been a master tech in this life. People from Taigata are very technologically advanced as well.
Imagine.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but because of those differences, because you're more inclined with the divine feminine, he with the divine masculine, usually that would complement each other. But with you, I was seeing clashes in opinions. Like this is what they need, is what he would tell you. This is what the planet needs, and it's usually about technology. But for you, you're more like, okay, they need defense, but we need to respect their culture. Just implementing things without consulting them might offend them, is what you were saying to your husband during that time. But yeah, there were clashes because of your differences. Oh, okay. She's saying we clash all the time, not so much since he has dementia. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think I recall that from a previous reading. Yeah, but you worked well together. That's why you incarnated in this lifetime as well. You used to clash opinions, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Um, Arguments are not necessarily bad. In your case, your arguments with your husband back then actually made you grow as souls individually because you got to see things from a different perspective. And I think that's something that you treasured, both of you. That's why when you came to Earth, you're like, hey, want to be my husband?
It
And that's
was.
what you did here.
It's the stimulation.
Yeah.
You taught him, and he was looking for an argument.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
challenged each
and I
other.
don't mean it as argument. I mean he's looking for somebody to talk him out of it.
Yeah. It's a very interesting dynamic, but it's very lovely to see. So I hope that helps, Judith. And thank you so much for letting us read for you today. Judith is saying, I still like hearing differing opinions. Yes.
That there you go. Good.
Thank you for that feedback, Judith. And this is the last question for this episode. Diana, for you.
Hi Nadia. Question: I'd like to know which galactic family will be coming to see me after disclosure, or if they are around now. They are around now. They are here. They are disclosing themselves to us individually because they cannot, as we cannot, rely on an elected source, a world leader of any nation, to tell us the truth. They've been making it up and hiding it for so long, trying to make us look like we're idiots. And we're not. So you have to understand, Nadia, you are part of this cosmic midwifery. This is your Arcturus background. And you are carrying this with you still. You're a Nordic. To begin with, you're a Nordic, right? You have this history of all over this planet of times you have experienced and lived. When they arrive, you're going to be jumping right in to a healing crisis center, one that helps others understand, because some folks are going to start flipping out. They're, everybody's ready, but nobody knows what it's going to be like. So you're going to be part of this new paradigm of understanding. That is the Andromeda. I mean, so many are going to come out at the same time, just as they did in Sumeria. I mean, Linda Moulton Howe believes that, and many of her colleagues believe that World War II was a reptilian war fought on the planet Earth. So part of what many of us here in the chat, not just Diane and I, but we are all part of this saving humanity, trying to get the message across, being humble, working through humility to show people how this is all just coming full circle. We are just remembering. We are remembering. We are rejoining each other. And so many of us here, this part of the message is for everybody. So many of us here are to be part of that. Rossi, Red Dragon, Paul, White Dragon, just know that it's not over. So I hope that helps. I feel like I just lectured you. Sorry.
It's strange, Diana, when you were. Am I muted? Oh, okay. When you were talking about it's not over, I felt a strange feeling of calmness. And I felt like it's very much true.
Good.
We're just not aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nadia is saying crisis management is what I've got a lot of experience with.
Yes, ma'am.
Sense.
Yes, ma'am. And just it's like being a midwife. Mm-hmm. And there will be birth involved. There will be birth involved. And they're so cute. Those little gray.
So thank you so much, Nadia, for letting us read for you. And thank you, Diana, for that.
You bet. Okay. Well, let me say our closing prayers.
Yes, please.
So let's close as we began with 3 deep breaths. Please place us in a steady stream of divine white light the white light of divine guidance and divine grace. Michael, wrap your blue bubble of protection around us that shrinks to fit as we step into the healing teal green orb of Raphael that floats and shares and spreads and transfers. The divine white light, the white light of divine guidance and divine grace. Thank you for these messages from the hallowed halls, sacred texts, and divine masters of record, as well as from our guards and our guardians. The records are now closed. And I feel I should add, go in peace. Go in peace. Please, these are very difficult times. It's the big bouncy ball full moon, of which there's going to be 2 this month. And happy Beltane is the first day of May.
Yay! Right. It's the first day of May. It was the first day of May for me yesterday.
Yep, but it's still Beltane.
Yeah, it's still Beltane. So I posted Diana's link in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, please do so. What are you uh what are you up to for this week, Diana? What shows are coming up for you?
Tonight at 8, I believe, I'm on with Valerie Bradshaw to do the full moon and a little Beltane celebration. And then tomorrow, and I don't know the time, it's escaped me, probably 2:00 Eastern, not sure, with Gerald and Allie for a Beltane celebration. And then next week, back to Tuesday for the dream show. And then I think that's it for next week. I have a light week. But I
I
have
am
a heavy
checking.
week of physical therapy, trust me. Because they
I
just
was just
reassessed me and are boosting everything up.
okay. I was just checking your channel for the schedule. Your Beltane show is at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, so guys, if you're interested in that, please make sure to subscribe in Diana's channel. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video as well and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It really helps the channel out and helps the community grow. It's interesting how a lot of Orion readings came up today because what I'm doing on Sunday, which is May 3 on your time, but it's May 4 on my time,
Okay.
is so loud about um, May the 4th be with you. It's going to be entitled May
The
the 4th
fourth be with you.
be with you. So if you're interested in getting to know the parallels between Star Wars, the movie Star Wars,
I'm
and the
wearing my,
Orion Wars,
I got
don't
my
miss that show.
I got my Star Wars sweatpants on today.
Yes, yes, I love it. Yeah, that's going to be the topic for the next Soul Cloud. And if you have Akashic Records questions, I will be opening questions for that as well. So drop by. If you didn't get a reading today, you can ask on Sunday for the Soul Cloud. And then I actually crossed over 500 subscribers recently. This has been very busy. Thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing. And yeah, I'll be doing a show on that next week. I'm not
Awesome.
sure about the date yet. I have to set the things up, but I'll be posting about it shortly. And yeah, and it's gonna be a double celebration because it's also my first channel anniversary on May 5th. So yeah,
Oh, you got a busy month.
yeah, it's gonna be like 500, so 555.
Oh
Yay!
my gosh, that's fantastic.
Deep Painless is saying it is almost 1,000. I know, I know, Deep Painless. I've been that late in celebration. It's just been a very crazy month for me, but I
There you
will
go.
catch up. Maybe by that time we'll be celebrating 1,000
There you
subscribers.
go.
You know what to do. You know what to do, everyone.
Just add another 5.
Yeah. So thank you again, everyone, and we hope to see you again in our shows and in our channels soon.
Yeah,
So
for
thank
sure.
you, and see you again
Yeah,
soon.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.